Alright. Here we go. Fallout New Vegas. This is the start of a journey for me where I'm going to work my way through my entire Steam library, and I've decided to start with one of my favorite games of all time, Fallout New Vegas. I've never actually finished the main story to this game, but I've done 3 of the DLCs. I've done the beginning a number of times, and I've actually written a guide on it. Link in the description if you want to find that. It's what I found is the best start for stats and getting the most XP in the beginning of the game, from waking up in Doc Mitchell's house all the way to getting through Prim. Alright, now let's get started with a new game.
War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Love that opening. That is such a good opening. I don't have a particular vision to do for my character. I usually use guns, just because they're the most common weapon type in the game. But pretty much, no matter what, I always do the same kind of general build and get more specialized as I go.
Whoa, easy there, easy.
Alright.
You've been out cold a couple of days now.
Oh well, thanks for helping me, Doc.
Take your bearings. Let's see what the damage is.
Now, for those of you who are wondering, I am using Nexus Mod Manager to manage this. I have the only mod that I have installed is Anti-Crash to hopefully make the game more stable. For my name, let's go with Samurai Warrior, because that is my name. I misspell the warrior because doing it with an O instead of an A always got me the username.
What's your name? I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Good. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there and noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride.
Now, I've never really been one to play as a woman in games, but I'm thinking I'm going to do that this time. Just for the Black Widow perk and possibly seducing Benny. I am Caucasian. Well, let's customize my face. I'll be on the lighter side. Sorry, I'm just getting a text really quick. I'll answer it. Alright, and I'm back. Let's see. Alright. I'll just jump forward to when I'm done creating my character. That way you guys don't have to watch it. Alright, and I'm back. This will be our character. Nothing too crazy, but at least she doesn't look like an Oblivion character. It doesn't look like a sack of potatoes.
Well, I got most of it right anyway.
Oh, one thing I do change is I always make my FOV 120.
Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room, over by that figure tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race. Looking good so far. Go ahead and give the figure tester.
Let's go ahead and take a couple of things really quick. Now this is where I need to pull up the just give me one moment. This is where I need to pull up my information and see what I build. Alright, and this is the kind of general build I always do. It's a fairly well-rounded character. Obviously the 9 intelligence to get as many skill points as I can and get the intelligence implant later on. 6 strength to kind of meet all the general purpose requirements for any weapons. 7 luck to be able to empty out all the casinos. Agility doesn't really do too much, just because
Must be
it only affects the reload speed, and having it be in the middle is fairly safe. Now to just take Doc Mitchell for all he has.
What do you say you take a
let's
seat, Mike? And
leave that
Cal,
alone.
go through a couple of questions. See if your dogs are still barking.
That's it. You'll see my tag skills pretty quickly here in my traits. Doesn't matter what options you choose. I kind of just pick whatever for this part. Just get through it as quickly as I can. Now, one thing I'm always upset about is this. I've always thought it's 2 bears or 2 samurais, but not an option. And for tag skills, I'm gonna go with barter, guns, and speech, just to get those up and a little more even with everything else. And guns, because I'm going to be using guns mostly.
I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
Yeah. And for traits, I always go skilled no matter what, just because. And something I just learned recently is that fast shot also reduces the AP cost of weapons and VATS, which could be useful. I do like using VATS, but I want to try and use it a little less this time. So I'm thinking maybe Built to Destroy to get those crits. Another option I do is I also like to do small frame, just because it gets that agility point, and there are abilities later on that I can do to get more. Or Hoarder, do I want? I'll be taking Strong Back later on, so I won't take Hoarder. So I'm going with Skilled for the extra 5 points, and Small Frame. If you do pretty much everything in the game, you earn enough XP to more than make up for the negative 10% from Skilled, but the 5 points at the beginning of the game is crucial.
Alright, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
There's...
Here.
Alright, just thanks for patching me up, Doc. Not going to be playing on hardcore. Let's go through. Let's favorite the 10 mil. Let's favorite the caravan shotgun. Let's put on a Vault 21 jumpsuit to get that speech bonus. Let's walk over and repair this submachine gun. Create some stim packs. I really try to avoid using drugs in the Fallout games just because I'm always terrified of the addiction side effects. Take all these caps. Is there anything useful in here? Nothing. Let's see. Take those. Take the ammo. Just take everything. Just take everything. Just because I can always sell it for scraps to Chet once I get out into town. Try and take any caps I can. Take all these cigarettes to sell. No clothes in there. Now there is something that you can do with Doc Mitchell here that is quite fun. If you talk to him right now, you can If you use the speech 30 skill, you
Of
can
course.
talk to him and get more stim packs. But then if you pick up the if you pick up this today's physician in his office, you can use it and you can talk
I
to him
expect what you
again.
want.
And there's a medicine check,
Of course.
which then leads into another speech
course.
check, so you can get more and more stim packs and also
do.
get more experience. Get you closer to level 2, for those of you who didn't know about that. Take the pre-war hat, and I think that's everything in here. So let's go ahead and put on the armored vault suit. And gotta get rid of all these pop-ups for the DLCs. Nothing in the mailbox. Now I'm gonna really try and not skip any dialogue, just because I want to experience as much of these games as I can as I work through my library. So thanks for digging me out of that grave, Victor.
I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need.
How did he find
I
me?
was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up at the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick. Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that.
Interesting. How did you end up in Good Springs?
I moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd.
For those of you who've played the
It's
game
a
before,
right
you know
piece
why
from
he
town,
can't
and I
recall and you
reckon
know what he's
it's
doing.
as fine a place to settle as any.
But I'll try not to spoil it for any of you who haven't played. But at this point, this game is pretty old, so it's your own fault if you haven't played or haven't at least heard the story beats. Alright, well that's everything we can say to Victor. Something I do is I always go around town and I do some looting and thieving, just because there isn't really any actual consequences to it. Nothing there. Take the stuff from this first aid box. Take this purified water. Take the vodka to sell. Take all of those to sell. Come around. Not going to be able to unlock that for a while. Take those. I'm just taking everything in town here. Let me reduce my sound so I don't get copyright. Don't want to get in any kind of trouble. Especially with this being my first video and everything. Don't forget to come over here when you come into this house to take the tiny Chinese spec ops. Empty desk, empty filing cabinet. Take the Sunset Sarsaparilla. Take the star bottle cap. Even if it does cause me to have an experience that everyone in this who's played this game before knows about. Take the shotgun. Take the bottle caps. Take the stuff in the first aid kit. Don't forget to look at all the mailboxes, as they do have random loot in them sometimes. So, like, there's that today's physician to make up for the one we used at Doc Mitchell's. Now this BB gun is a throwback reference to Fallout 3, which is built on the same engine as this game, obviously. You start out with a BB gun in Fallout 3. Nothing in the mailbox. Nothing in that mailbox. Now I really am going to try and avoid VATS just because I feel like in some ways I've become over-reliant on it in this game, and I'm not particularly built for it. Maybe a little later into the game I will, but for right now, that's a no-go. Take the weapon repair kit, take the scrap metal, take the ammo. I could have sworn there was a second weapon repair kit in here, but I must be going crazy. This is Victor's little shack. Come into the school here. Pick these up for quest later. I know that these mantises are in here, so I'm gonna try and take them out as quietly as I can. Alright, that's not gonna work. Alright, that's all of those taken care of. Loot this. Take this Programmer's Digest. Take the camera. Take those. Take that. Not gonna take the empty Nuka-Cola bottle. Take the bobby pins. Leave the cup. Loot all these mantises. Put my gun away here. Pick up the Salesman Weekly. Pick up the Programmer's Digest. Check if any of these lockers have. I'll take the Wonder Glue just because it's worth something. Now, again, this is something to do, is in this order, is unlock the terminal. Leading. Feeding. Nope. Leaving. There we go. Alright, so I guess the password there. Don't press this button to disengage the lock. You got the XP for opening, for hacking the terminal. Now you can... Oh, I don't have the skill. Did I find a lockpick? I didn't, but there is a glitch. If you have all of the DLC, which I do have, there is a glitch you can do with this game where you go to leave town. Just let me work my way out here. When you go to leave town, you get the choice to use, to recreate your character. And if you took Skilled at that character creation screen, you can recreate your character and take Skilled again here when leaving Goodsprings and get an extra 5 points in every single skill. So just got to get to that point where I'm leaving town. Where is it? Oh, come on, it's taking a while to get there. There we go. So let's rebuild the character. That's what I want to look like. That's done. I said it was 6, 5, 7, 1, 9, 5, 7. Barter, guns, and speech as the tag skills with skilled and small frame. And there we go. So I get another 118 XP, or it just takes me back to where I was before. But if you look at my stats now, I now have 26 points in lockpick. I have an additional 5 points in each skill because I retook skilled. So now we can go back to the school and pick the lock. Now, of course, everyone has a different way that they start this game, but it's always up to you. But this is just what I have found to be best and what I enjoy and gets me off to the best start to the game. Alright, now let's pick this lock. Just take everything in it. Check this mailbox here. Empty. Now, just because I've picked up so much junk, I'll go and talk to Chet and get rid of the junk to lighten my load before I go and do the tutorial of Sunny Smiles. I find the experience from doing the tutorial and the additional rep you can get from saving the girl to be worth it. But again, that's up to you.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
Alright, show me what you have for sale. Now, I only have 37 caps, but let's go sell all of this miscellaneous stuff we've picked up. So I actually sell my drugs just because I really don't use them. Radix I keep just in case it's really bad. I get into a really bad radiation scenario. I want to keep that just because. I also don't really eat much food. I don't need the bleak venom. Let's get rid of those glasses. I'll put the hat on just because. Not gonna wear the Merc outfit. It's a lightweight. It's a medium armor. I tend to only wear light armor in this game, so I'll get rid of the medium armor. And I'll accept that trade.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Sorry, just got a phone call that I had to answer. So let's get back to this. So now that I've lightened the load and I'm back down to 116 for my weight, let's go and talk to Sunny Smiles.
Cheyenne.
Doc Mitchell said you could teach me to survive in the desert.
Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
Alright. Now if you wait until she's gone and then you sneak, you can pick up this fixin' things. Wait until she gets here. Now again, I do this because of the experience that you get from
See
it.
the sarsaparilla bottles on the... That's the right idea. Try crouching. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along?
Now you run faster in this game if you put your weapon away. So if you're one of those people who runs with your weapon out all the time, you'll be running a lot slower throughout the whole game. So if you put your weapon away, that helps you speed up if you think that traveling takes a long time. Now to just wait for Sunny. Alright, she's here. So let's go talk to her.
Hear that up on the ridge? Let's see if we can get a little...
So, just wants me to shoot the geckos. I need to remember I'm not skipping dialogue. Let's see, I can snipe it from here.
Okay, you're on.
Nope.
Go give him hell.
There we go. That's 2. And if I remember correctly, there's a 3rd, or not?
See?
Okay,
You're getting
there
the hang of
wasn't a 3rd.
There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me.
Yeah, I'll go
Shouldn't
with.
Come with.
Now I switched to my shotgun because shotguns are 1 hits on the geckos. Because you want to do this as quickly as you can to be able to guaranteed save the lady. Darn it, I'm missing. Alright, now let's go clear the geckos from the other well. Yes, I'm here to save you. Alright, there we go. Save her.
Holy moly. If you hadn't come here like you've done, I'd be a goner for sure. I came up here to draw water, but here, you should have what I got. You look thirsty.
And because of this, I also get an improved relationship with the people of Good Springs. Let's loot these geckos. Go talk to Sunny.
Now that was some good... Here's a little spending money for the trouble.
She gives
One more
me a
thing
few
I wanted to
caps.
show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested?
Yeah,
All
couldn't
right, then.
hurt.
We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
Alright, and we leveled up to level 2. The main thing for level 2 is making sure that your barter, explosives, and either speech or sneak are up above 25. I'll get guns up to 50 and go speech up to 40, and then I'll work on improving lockpick just because it's so low, and you want to be able to pick locks in this game. So definitely want to take... I'm going to want to take Black Widow for sure, because you deal with mostly men in this game, so Cherchez La Femme could be useful later on, but I'm not going to take it right now. So let's take Black Widow. And I don't need to go back to the schoolhouse, although I will, just for the slightly higher amount of XP of killing a single mantis, even if it is only 1 XP. And don't want to forget to loot these. Why not take the 3rd? So I'll probably make this session be until I beat the Good Springs quest, where we fight the Powder Gangers. Just because that's a good cutting off point before I head anywhere else. Now let's come over here. There's a bark scorpion. Where are you? There he is. Took him out. Now, it is always actually safe to, as a weapon, have one saved, so I'll save the machete to slot 8, just because bloat flies in this game, if you're not using bats, are best dealt with using melee weapons. Come over here and spawn 2. 1, 2. And 1, 2. Take the bloat fly meat. Take the brock flower. Pick up these cigarettes from Benny. This is the grave we were put into. Take this globe. And now it's time to head back to Sunny. Now, for anyone who's wondering, my PC setup is I have a 6800 Gaming X Trio from MSI with 32 gigs of 3600 megahertz DDR4 RAM and a Ryzen 7 5700G. Now, the reason I have the 5700G is I built the computer back in 2020 when prices were exorbitantly high and I wasn't sure when I would be able to get any kind of graphics card, but I wanted some kind of video out. So I did that in order to have some kind of video out, and then I was able to find a graphics card at some point. Now, what are you doing here?
When something blows up.
That's weird that he's all the way out here. Loot these geckos. Let's take the shovel so we can dig at graves if we want to. Come down here and talk to Sunny.
Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine. All right, now. We're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try.
Cook all the gecko meat. Heals more for if I do use it.
Hey, that's not bad,
Made
see?
a healing
All
powder.
it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
Alright, guess we're off to say hi to Trudy. Shouldn't be too much of a challenge. I am only down to 33 bullets for my 10 mil here, but let me set this varmint rifle. And I have an MMO mouse which has the whole numpad on the side, which I really like. So I can quickly change my weapons without needing to worry about moving my fingers from the WASD keys.
friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not gonna buy something, get out.
Wonder what that was about. Let's talk to Trudy.
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon.
I overheard your argument. What was that about?
Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this trader, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him.
Where's Ringo now?
He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill.
Okay.
You mean murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. He can bluster and threaten all he wants.
What are you gonna do about this?
Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him.
Who are the powder gangers?
Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. It was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. That's what we're dealing with now.
Sorry, I'm a very popular person today, I guess. Alright, let's talk about something else. I'm trying to track down some people who
Not
attacked
much,
me.
other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor by accident, and it hasn't been working since.
Oh. Did they say where they were
They were having some kind
going?
of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back.
Why is that?
That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know.
So where were they headed?
I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up.
Alright. You want me to fix your radio?
Sure, the outside looks okay, but I think something broke on the inside. There'd be caps in it for you.
Alright. Let's fix the radio. Alright, we fixed it.
Feeling thirsty? I can take care of that.
I fixed your radio.
Yeah, I heard it.
And that's it. Alright. So, again, the build I set out allows you to pass all of the speech checks in Good Springs without any problems. The only ones you need any kind of special stuff for is for the ones in Doc Mitchell's, where you have to be wearing the vault suit, and the normal vault suit, and you have to use the Today's Physician in order to do 2 of his speech checks.
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
I'm not an enemy.
Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got
Although
off
from
to
the
a
looks
bad
of it,
start.
your gun's not even
What say we
pointed at
start
me.
over with a friendly game of Caravan? You know how to play?
Did you know there's a man named Joe Cobb? Now, I'm not
Yeah.
going to be playing Caravan.
He doesn't
I'm
look
not a
very
big fan
tough,
of
though.
Caravan at all.
I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight.
What are you going to do then?
I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own.
Maybe I can help.
We'd just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the 2 of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board...
I'll ask around.
Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here.
Alright. So I guess we gotta go talk to Sunny. Take the doctor's bag. Take the turpentine. Take the boxing times. Now this is... Come in and take all of this stuff. I'm waiting on you to move. Go sit down, Ringo. Go sit down. Alright, now we're hidden. Can take this stuff really quick. And let's go. Go talk to Sonny. So yeah, I'll end this session once I beat Ghost Town Gunfight. I'm trying to keep these sessions at a reasonable length.
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer? Not in Good Springs, no. But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it, take these.
I actually already cracked that
Oh.
safe.
Well, go ahead and keep the stuff I gave you anyway. It'll be more useful to you than me.
I'm gonna help Ringo.
Say no more. I'm in.
Well, that was easy.
Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo. But I know his type. He and his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide to help out as well. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great.
Alright, well then let's
I'll be...
Let's go talk to everybody. Since Trudy's right here, we'll talk to
So
her.
you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang. It's a big risk, but I suppose you have to do what you think is right.
You could help us take him down.
I was planning on sitting this one out, but for some reason, I can't help but like you. I'm with you. Let me have a word with a few other folks, and I'll see if I can't round up some more members for this militia you're creating. While everyone does own a gun, we could stand to be a little better equipped. The general store probably has what we need in stock.
Alright, so that's that speech check. Easy Pete's right
Howdy.
here.
What can Easy Pete do for you?
I hear you've got some dynamite.
Too dangerous. Gonna kill all yourselves if I let you touch it. Better to leave it buried. Safer that way. Uh-huh. Guess you know what you're doing. I'll go dig it up and get it ready. You'll have it by the time the fighting starts.
Alright, so that's Easy Pete. Now convince Chet.
You looking to buy some supplies? Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the Powder Gangers. That's 1,000 cap investment you're talking about. You made your point. I can provide people with some leather armor and extra ammo. Sure hope it's worth it. And I'll be guarding the store while all this is going on. I have to put my business first. You understand.
Chet's just a coward. Alright, so that's all those speech checks passed. Come back and talk to Doc Mitchell. See if he'll give us more stim packs.
Welcome back. Seems like wherever I go, it's always the same. Folks just never leave each other alone. Oh, I'm not much good in a fight with my bum leg. And my supplies are scarce, but I'll give you what I can spare. I ain't got much, but it'll do you more good out there than it will in here. Take what I got.
Alright. So all of these supplies are actually really just going to us, so that's nice. And that's all the skill checks that there are in town before Ghost Town Gunfight. Something I do with Ghost Town Gunfight is I don't actually kill any of the Powder Gangers
So
in order
what's
to
going
allow myself to put on
Well, I guess that means we're ready to go.
Joe Cobb's armor and
Unless
get
you
into
think
the
there's something else you
NCRCF.
can do.
You'll see
All
You'll
right,
see what
I'm
I
ready.
mean in the next episode.
Time to look alive. The powder gangers are here to play.
Alright, how many are there?
At least 6. Joe Cobb included. They look pretty mean.
Alright, let's go.
Oh, I'll be set up near the store.
Look at all of those friendly people who are going to help us win this fight. Oh shoot. Killed him. Oh no. I might need to reload. Because it doesn't work if... You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna reload. Because the, it doesn't work to get into the NCRCF if you kill any of the powder gangers. You kill even one yourself, then you don't get the... don't have the karma reputation with them, I mean, to get in. So let's try and shoot Joe Cobb. Oh my goodness. Okay, don't be shooting that guy, I guess. Lesson learned. Now, if anyone comments on this, I want to hear if you think I should do one game at a time, or if I should do like 2 games at a time. So should I do Fallout New Vegas and say Cyberpunk 2077, or should I do just this? Or say GTA 5. Oh, and I got vilified. Darn it. Can't do this if I'm the one who kills them. So. But yeah, I want to hear your opinions. Should I do just 1 game at a time? Or should I do 2? I don't think I can really do more than 2. Alright, got the sneak attack on Joe Cobb, but that won't kill him. What's this guy doing here? Oh, you're super low. You're good. Alright. How much health do you have? Ah, shoot. Please don't vilify me. Kill even one of them and it doesn't work. You can only be outcast. Haha. Nope. Alright, come on after me, Joe. I need you to get in range of everyone else. There we go. Only shunned. Perfect. So you can only be shunned for the plan to work. Just go ahead and come around and collect everything. Let's oh boy. Let's repair the varmint rifle.
I owe you a huge favor for this. Here, these are technically Crimson Caravan funds, but I know they'll understand once I explain things. I did have what was left of the Crimson Caravan money, but I wasn't sure if it was my right to just give it away. I owe you more than that, though, so look me up at the Crimson Caravan camp up in New Vegas if you ever visit.
Oh, I will. Any source of caps is a good source of caps. Alright, let's come and collect all of this. Oh, I forgot to put on the hat. Let's repair the hat. Ooh, Desperado. Where's the Desperado hat? There it is. And I'm still too heavy. Alright, let's walk in here and sell everything to Chet, and then I'll wrap the episode up.
That was a hell of... Damn.
Alright, let's sell a few things. I'm not gonna use the submachine gun. I'm not gonna use the BB gun. I don't know why the binoculars are a weapon. Don't need the cleaver. Don't need the knife. I'll keep the dynamite just to be safe. Let's get rid of the lead pipe. Get rid of a couple of throwing spears. Alright. That's perfect. And that
Pleasure
should
doing business with you.
Theoretically get us under our weight limit. Yep. Alright. And now we'll go sell to Trudy. Just to really be able... Oh, guess we're waiting for Trudy. I think I'm going to do 2 games, but I would seriously like to hear your opinions. I'm thinking I'll do Cyberpunk 2077 alongside this, just because I do also really enjoy that game and haven't finished it yet. Alright, let's keep waiting for Trudy. There she is.
I'm glad that...
Alright, so Trudy doesn't carry a lot of stuff, but she gives me the chance to get rid of the Powder Ganger armor and the tribal raiding armor. And let's go with that. Let's see what else I can get rid of. Miscellaneous. Get rid of the camera, get rid of those. And that's all I'm gonna be able to sell. Alright, well, that concludes this episode of Fallout New Vegas, where we have finished the Ghost Town gunfight quest and have helped out the town of Goodsprings. So, on the next episode... Oh, okay, here's this experience.
Hello there. It's good to see a friendly face. I almost took you for a raider, I did. Name's Malcolm. Malcolm Holmes. Don't suppose you'd care to trade. I'm missing a few essentials and... screw this. Lying just ain't in my nature. I'll tell it to you straight. I've been following you for a good bit now.
Have you been? I don't really like people following me. But I'm curious as to why.
It started off innocently enough. I was traveling, as I often do, and happened to observe you picking up one of those blue star caps. You didn't show any reaction to it, so I figured you didn't know what you'd gotten your hands on.
What's so special about the caps?
There's an old wasteland legend that says somewhere out there is a fabulous treasure from before the war. Those caps with the blue star on them, the tale goes, are the key to that treasure. They're called Sunset Sarsaparilla stars.
Where can I find more?
All over the place. The easiest place to find them is unopened bottles of Sunset Sarsaparilla. You'd think they'd all have been picked clean by now, but somehow, new bottles keep appearing in the machines. Some say it's old Festus that does it, hoping someone will finally collect enough caps to earn the treasure. Other than bottles, you'll just have to scavenge. You can find caps in the unlikeliest of places, and Blue Star caps are no exception.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright, thanks for the info.
Nope.
But, unfortunately, you were following me, so... Can't have that. And, hey look, he's got more. Alright. Well, that truly will wrap up this episode, where we have done the Ghost Town gunfight quest and helped out the town of Good Springs. And I shall see you... Oh, shoot. I'm a really dumb guy. Guess I get to redo that whole experience with Malcolm. Anyways, I'll pause and leave you right there. Hope you have a good time. Leave a comment below as to whether or not you think I should do 1 or 2 games at a time. And I will see you in the next episode.